As you age, you lose your fast muscle fibers, and you start to move only slowly. And you don't exercise the fast ones. And then you lose even more of the fast ones. So next thing you know, you'll be walking like this, right? And you'll be doing Tai Chi in the park, like that, okay? That's exactly what you should not do. Past age 30, I know, some of you, are in this category, okay? Past age 30, you should exercise your fast twitch muscles more, because that's where you're losing them. And then also, true that whichever type of muscles you don't exercise, you will see a significant, measurable deterioration within 10 days. So you really need to cross-train, train the fast and the slow all the time. You cannot say, oh, this month, I'm going to take it easy, and do only slow exercises, and next month I'm going to do tennis, and then, I'm going to go back to doing this and that. No, you really need to do fast and slow exercises all the time to keep yourself, in terms of muscle health, in good shape. And for tonight, finally, I'm going to talk about bone health. You have heard from your doctors, I'm sure, particularly for post-menopausal women, that to keep your bone density high, you need to do weight-bearing exercises, such as like lifting weights in the gym. Well, there are alternatives, okay? Doing Tai Chi, there's quite a few clinical studies showing doing Tai Chi is very good for keeping your bone density high. For instance, okay, there's a number of clinical trials showing that doing Tai Chi will inhibit or reduce the rate of post-menopausal declines in bone mineral density. Why? Because, okay, Tai Chi is weight bearing. Like when I'm doing this, I have 100-some pounds, on these joints, okay? So just your body weight itself is a weight bearing, device to allow you to exercise in a way that will strengthen your bones. Here, okay, a different study, even more striking. They compare 3 groups of people: do nothing group, the Tai Chi group, and the weightlifting group. And after a couple of months, okay, guess what? The Tai Chi group had better bone density than the weightlifting group. First of all, how's that possible? We all thought that's really weight bearing. Then they looked at it. What happens is called compliance. Okay, this group, sorry folks, this group were told to go to the gym 3 times a week to lift weights. And in the beginning, they did, okay? After a while, it's so much trouble to drive over there, okay, by yourself, it's sweaty. Okay, then they decided to go 2 times. And 1 time. And when they were asked, they all lie about it. Did you go 3 times? Oh yeah, I did. Yes, I did. Now 1 hour each time, right? Oh yeah. Actually, they only went half an hour and left. The Tai Chi group, the compliance rate is very high. It's a fun thing to do, and they go with friends, and they go and they do the Tai Chi, and afterwards they go to dim sum. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so they actually do it 3 times a week for 1 hour, and the weightlifting group didn't. So that produced a kind of unexpected result that this group actually has better results in terms of having stronger bones. Now, the latest results show that weight-bearing exercises are not enough. Bone-jarring exercises are just as important. So in this study, they had a group of people, and they were asked to jump 10 to 20 times, about 12 inches off the ground. Okay. Jump, wait 30 seconds, jump again. Okay. 10 times or 20 times, 2 times a day. And in 8 weeks, there was a very significant improvement in bone density. So, this jumping is important. And you know what? The group that jumped 10 times had a very good improvement in bone density, but the group that jumped 20 had an even better result. So it's a dose response, like, you know, the more you jump, the better. This is compatible. These results are compatible with a recent study in Japan. They had one group of people exercising on a treadmill, and one group of people exercising for the same amount of time on an elliptical. And they found that the group that did the treadmill had a bigger improvement in bone density than these guys who are doing this. Unfortunately, these guys have no problems with their joints, but this group, all this running, hurt their joints. So in that comparison, there's no best exercise for the treadmill, good for the bones but bad for the joints. For elliptical, good for the joints but not so good for the bones. Now, so I'm going to teach you things that are like better than either one. So this is all the time I want to spend on talking to allow me to have the rest of the hour and a half, including the break, to teach you some exercises that will illustrate, or exercises that are based on these principles of the latest research that I just talked about. But first, let me see if there are any questions before we start. Any questions about what I just talked about? No? Okay. So we're going to do half an hour of exercise, okay? So if you have overcoats and things like I am, I'm going to take this off. And there's a video camera here, so don't block the video camera. You can pick up this space here, but leave the middle open. And at 8:30, we're going to have a 10-minute break, and then we come back and then finish up at 9:30. There was a professional point workshop, but you already missed it. That was last year. So this goes back like 2 years. Check the camera to see nobody's blocking. From where to where they can stand without blocking. So you can see me from here.
Right, it's up to the screen there.
Here,
yes.
all the way to here.
Yes, on the podium, right between.
Okay.
Yes, it's in the.
And so they're okay. Can they come a little bit closer?
Up to here.
Okay, and then
he's fine there. Just this angle.
okay, good. All right. You can hear me without the mic, right?
Yes.
It's easier. Yeah. First of all, not so much with the slow Tai Chi. When we start doing the fast Tai Chi, we need to warm up, as in, all different exercises. So we're going to use the things that you learned a month ago as warm up, the slow Tai Chi. And if you weren't here, just can't go wrong, just follow, okay? And we're going to do the slow Tai Chi to music, okay? Merry Window Waltz that you learned last time. And that will give us a good, general warm up before we start to do the faster movements. Okay, just follow me or follow the people who learned this last time, or if you're in my Tai Chi class, you already know how to do this. And if you don't do it perfectly, that's fine. We're just warming up, using this as a warm up. Okay. So I'm going to be facing this side. You can face whichever side. Okay. And when we did it a month ago, we did it as a push hand exercise. You were doing it with a partner, but for now, just do it on your own. This easy. Just follow what I do. Okay. So very quickly, we're gonna do a flat circle, shifting weight front and back, and then reverse the circle, flat circle, and then upright circle, up and down the upright circle, and reverse. And then the figure 8 called flip palm. So it's like just doing a figure 8. And then two hands, jumping into water, jumping out of water. And then a little bit more difficult is the cloud hands. And then reverse cloud hands. And 4 minutes of that ought to warm us up enough to do the rest. Okay? And again, if you like this stuff and you weren't here last time, hey, go check out the videos, All right, so let's get ready. So I have my weight bag, my hands here. See me here. I will repeat with the left hand. Left hand. Reverse the circle. Upright circle. Reverse upright. Figure eight. Okay, both hands again. Reverse. Cloud hands. Reverse. All warmed up? Good. Now, so we just did the warm up with a slow Tai Chi with music. Next, these are all Tai Chi exercises. Double punches with side stretch kick. So before we do that, let me just introduce you to a very basic principle of how best to exercise your fast twitch muscle fibers, which is the primary goal of tonight's program. First, it's obvious, okay? If you want to exercise your fast twitch muscle fibers, you move fast, okay? Well, that's obvious. Not as obvious is when you do concentric exercises, whether you do it slow, particularly when you do it slow, you exercise only the slow twitch muscle fibers. But when you exercise eccentric, it's like, stretching. When you do eccentric exercises, even when you do it slowly, you're exercising your fast twitch muscles as well as your slow twitch muscles. It's not obvious to you, and it will take an hour to explain, but just take my word for it. Okay? So, yes, all these people in the park doing slow Tai Chi, they actually exercising their fast and slow as well. Because this is the Hardened Wild Horses Mane. 野马分钟. This is eccentric, right? 白头练是 white crane opening wings. So even when you do it slowly, you actually exercise the fast twitch muscles as well, but not nearly as well as when you do them fast. So tonight, remember, okay, we want to be fast and we want to be doing eccentric exercises. Then you really got your bases covered. Okay? Now, next. There's fast and there's fast, okay? There's fast and there's explosively fast. Okay. So if you look at the 405 freeway or the 5 freeway, and all these Priuses, you know, sorry, people who drive those cars. Yeah, they're moving 65 miles per hour. That's pretty fast, okay? That's fast. But it takes that car, like, you know, 10, 12 minutes, 10, 12 seconds to get from a standing stop to 60, you know, miles per hour. My Porsche, you know, goes from a standstill to 60 in 4 seconds. Well, that's fast, okay? So, explosively fast. You know, it's like from standstill to wham, fast.